Okay. Determining best server for streaming. Going live. Okay. Welcome to the new episode of the European UEE News. Joining us is Murray from England, live from Germany, and Dr. Döbling from the Netherlands. So, welcome, guys.
Well,
Hello.
thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
It was a pretty interesting Wingman Thanger, the first episode, or the last episode rather. Talking about what is called where they announced the new date that we are going to get the new the dogfighting module. What do you think
A
about
rough
that?
date.
Yeah, a rough date.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously it's a bit disappointing. I mean, it's being pushed forward or back rather. But at the end of the day, it's better to have a complete product as opposed to something they're going to release sooner to keep people happy, and nobody is actually happy with it because it isn't ready yet. So basically, I'm glad that they've pushed it back if it's not ready. That's my personal opinion on it.
Alright.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you, just because the video that they showed for the dogfight module when just the team was playing it looked kind of rough, at least from what I saw. And yeah, I definitely want something that is going to sustain us until Squadron 42 and the Persistent Universe come out.
You mean from their live stream that they did on the stage tour? Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was a while ago though, wasn't it? But yeah. I mean, it looked like it'd be fun, but...
Well,
Yeah.
I agree. Chris Roberts also said that that he wanted it to be perfect, and the reason why he wanted it to be perfect is that he got a lot of eyes on him, wanting him to fail, and also a lot of eyes who are going to be disappointed if he doesn't deliver, which means that. If he delivers a buggy product or a buggy dogfight module, it is understandable that he wants that people are going to be upset and going to be mad about it. But I think that is why he pushed it back, is because he didn't feel it was ready.
well, it wasn't necessarily only that. Like, it also it was also a server backend problem. Like, they didn't have the server capacity to run everything yet. That's also a reason. And like they said in the Wingland Timer, like, or no, I think it was Chen for the chairman. Like he said, like they're setting that up now at the moment. So that's what they're trying to do, and so they can like test it out among themselves if it works properly. So yeah, but yeah, he also wants a good product, obviously. So yeah, and he doesn't want to waste money. Like that's obviously something he said. He didn't want to like just throw away all the money, like just make a product then throw it away again and remake the dogfighter module. Also.
And also, it makes sense to have it's going to be tested basically at PAX East. So that's going to be a mainly free way of him testing it before it goes into the alpha. And even though alphas always come out with warnings, this is not the complete game, people still sort of take it as an indication of what's to come. And a bad alpha can actually really hinder a game's development. So that's one thing. So he's doing the right thing. It's disappointing. I'd love to have it sooner, but I'm happy that it's not coming in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but understandable. Definitely.
And they've still got all this physical based rendering to come in. They're implementing that. They have to go basically back through everything they've done and re-render it. Well, they have to.
Well, they have two ships at the moment for it now.
Which are the two ships? It's Hornet and the...
No. It's the Avenger and it's the Scythe. Those have PBR now. The Hornet doesn't have, like, Hornet. Every other ship still need. I'm not sure. Maybe the Cutlass has it. I think it does because like that one got recently added. So why wouldn't they already do that? So, but I'm not sure about that one. I'm sure about the Avenger though and the Scythe. So yeah.
Well, the video went up today of the Scythe in full PBR.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like, yeah, it did. To be honest, I haven't like I don't like I can't see the difference of it. Like it's still the same ship, but they just added more detail. Like you saw the trailer flying around. Thing is, like it's hard to compare. Like if it's actually like really that better or it's the same. It's hard to say because like we only saw the trailer, which was amazing back then. But now the ships are even more like look way better than then, of course.
I think they would have been cleverer if they did a side-by-side comparison in this latest video because
Yeah.
it is noticeably different when you have it next to the old one, but it's very subtle change because it's just
More
the
detail.
way yeah the way well it's yeah so it's PBR is when they have a they just tell the texture what it is and it just knows how to react to light. So they tell a texture it's supposed to be metal, so it acts like metal and it reflects light and refracts colours like metal does in real life. So that's all it is. So it's more of a case that it's easier to develop as well. Instead of having to go through different textures, changing each one, they can just use this PBR and it's all done for them for the most part.
Yeah.
That was also the thing that they talked about, the famous teapot. That they put a teapot in games and see how the different materials were affected the teapot. For example, in this game, the lighting is obviously a big part, and being a space game, every spaceship is going to have light. So if a spaceship gets shot in either the generator or shot close enough to a light source, so the light would go out. That's obvious. That is obvious. That obviously that there's going to be a new rendering required.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the teapot gets into the hangar, of course.
Yeah. Well,
I am being British, of course. I'm hoping it gets in there.
They did announce that no, Skype didn't crash. Okay, they did announce that for 41 or 42 million dollars, they will get a teapot. We will get a teapot in if they reach those goals. But
Really, I have seen those.
Well, that makes me want to pledge more.
So yeah. So Leaf, have you seen the PBR rendering videos yet?
Not really. I just kind of watched all the 300 series ones. But besides, I haven't seen the one for the Cutlass.
Yeah, well, Scythe. But no, that's unfortunate. It's interesting. Like you should watch it. It's interesting. Of course, yeah, the new hangar patch also. Like I'm hoping it's gonna be like fix some stuff. Like I think it's just a general cleanup. It's not gonna add much stuff. I think it's gonna like add the Scythe, but it's not gonna like it's not gonna do much else than that. Like it will fix some bugs, but it wouldn't be major, I guess. From what I've seen, like heard from them.
It's just a kind of fine polish, isn't it? The PBR. It looks good, but you know, it's just polishing up those little details. It's just intricacy of it. So it just looks that bit better, you know. I don't think it's like a big selling point, but
well,
it's the details basically.
It's not only details; it's also like gonna be how the game works because like they wanna make it like your ship's like damaged, like get scratches and like rust over time. So that's also why they use it because like it's easier for them to use it than like having them like 1,000 textures for one model. They just use a PBR and the PBR will tell like what the texture will be and what it will look like.
Okay.
So I think that's why they're using it.
Because I've seen some of the pictures of the Avenger, how it gets dirtier over time. I don't know if you've seen them as well.
I haven't seen it.
They did show it on the Wingman's hangar, where again returning to the example of the teapot, where the teapot would degrade and the same thing, they would do the same thing for the ships, and that the metals would degrade over time. So we kind of saw it, but then again not.
Well, it's on the jump point, one of the jump point issues, and it's about 3 or 4 pictures of the Avenger when it's brand new, and it goes all the way down to rusty and dirty. It looks awesome, really good. And they're saying that it graduates over time.
I
So the
think
more
I've
you
seen
use
it.
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Which jump point did you say it was? Just browsing through my
I
versions.
think it's like not the previous one, but the one before that. I think.
Jump point issue 12. It must be then.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, yeah.
I'll find that. It's it's one of them. But yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, sorry.
Did you break something?
No, whenever I open a new Windows Explorer window to navigate around, it always is on top of Skype. So you guys were just covered up in with a window.
Oh well, happens. So yeah.
So that is pretty much the dogfighting module done, I assume.
Yeah.
Anyone has something to add?
Well, yeah, I think we got more to talk about the dogfight module. We've basically just been talking about PBR. I think we still got I don't know how is it going to affect like the ships that you own. I know they're going to release it out gradually, like.
Murray, may I stop you for a minute?
Yeah.
We have got in the Twitch chat. Someone is asking where your tea is because you sound British.
Well, I am British. I actually don't have tea at the moment. I could kill one though, but it means leaving the channel and making a cup.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, back again because that was yeah.
I got a little thing we can talk about. As far as the dogfighting module, I know, about half of our group at least is in the U.S. and the rest of us are in the EU. How do you think, that's going to affect us as far as ping times and whatnot?
I think the way that it will currently work is that they will host servers in the EU and in the US. So if we were going to play together for the most optimal thing, it would be with a server in either Western Europe or Eastern US for the most optimal ping time, which will mean that the guys in Hawaii and in Idaho and the western state of the US would have a higher ping time than the one living in the eastern part. So I think because ADI is such a big group, the ones living further away from the Greenwich Mean Time will suffer more than the ones living closer to it. So I think that will be the way that it's working, is that we will need to find the best location. What's the best?
Wouldn't be just great to be like one like little like big island in the middle of like Europe and America that just has a giant server park sending there just for this kind of stuff. Literally, wouldn't be that just handy? Like
one day.
We make islands. We made them in like Dubai. Why don't we make them just middle of the fucking sea? I don't see the problem.
$1 billion an island
Island
in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean to create best ping times for.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
Worth it. Oh well. No. I'm not. I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be hard to say. Like it's like there's like one. Church Robert said himself, there's one advantage to like having like spaceships, because like you can like predict their path a little, so even there's their lag, so like they only have a few movements they can go to, where in a first person shooter you can pretty much instantly stop and walk backwards. So that's why they have like other problems to deal with than like the way a shooter needs to deal with it. So it might be that lag isn't going to be an extreme big issue for a game like this, because it's like pretty much vehicles that only can do a certain amount of movements, and like they can predict where they can go. So yeah, it's hard to say though. Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
You were sorry.
Also, next great Starship. Has anyone seen the promo yet?
I haven't. We can put it up on the stream and then watch it.
No, do it.
Okay. Just let me find it. Is it currently available on the RSI side?
Well, I can just give it to I already have the link. I think posted. No, I don't. Sorry.
Okay. Didn't they upload it to the YouTube channel?
Yeah, I did it. Sorry.
All right. I can't really seem to find it.
I have it here.
Next great Starship.
I'll just link here. I linked it in Twitch.
There we go. I have found it. I am just going to quickly create a new room. So it's going to be really ugly for a moment.
No biggie. No, I've seen them to be honest, no, I'll just wait before just see the video first and then we'll talk about it.
Let's see the video. Just restarting it.
It's not full screen, by the way.
Oh, well, that was pretty noobish. If you watch the stream, you will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I watch it. Like I said, I already want to say it's we don't only see black screen. It's not even full screen, so you need to change it a little.
Yeah, I just extended it. I also see that that you wrote it. There was some pretty interesting new guns in there. Which one did you like the most?
You go first.
I can't. You said it earlier. I was the one with the hexagons on it.
Yeah,
Are you talking about the promo or the?
No, we're talking about a new Probo. The.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, sorry, I don't know then.
Oh well, no, there's it's I definitely I've seen there's a red one in there that just looks really cool. If you pause it on 11 seconds, that one looks really good. If you can do it, that's a really interesting gun to see it. To be honest, all the guns in this one look really interesting. They look like they are all on good quality compared to the last few. The last few had really ugly guns in between them. They were really horrible. The leaf blower, for instance. I really didn't like.
That was awful.
Yeah, they just paused it on the red gun, so people know what you are talking about.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's.
I mean, it's a pretty cool gun. I like it. If I were due to change something, it would be the things here at the back. I think it's maybe kinda out of the way. I think. Of course, you guys can't see it yet, but if you stop the video at about 11 seconds, you will see that that you got the gun to the left and then the back to the right.
Yeah,
and then there's the middle stuff to the back to the right. I don't really like that being there.
Your video isn't showing correctly, by the way. Again.
Is it showing correctly?
No, it's not showing on the Twitch correctly again. It's,
damn.
I do like the one at 15 seconds, the concept art. I think that's really good.
I think that's actually the Skyguard. No, it isn't. I'm not sure. It looks so much like the same one, though. The one that I was talking about, the one that in the first episode, the Skyguard, that with the hexagons, at the back and the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really like this one. They look really similar. It's kind of weird. They're not the same though.
No.
No, they're not. But it looks really good.
No, it looks good. But
17.
the one after that though.
Yeah, that's.
I don't get it. Where's
Yeah.
the where
Why do we have 6 barrels in such a weird way?
and
Like I'm not.
it looks like more like a forklift type thing than a gun. Like it
Yeah,
looks like it grips stuff and lifts it as opposed to
I just
shoots anything.
the barrel's kind of weird, but the back end though, that looks like
Let
kind
it,
of funky.
Yeah.
just so
And we're
people know what we are talking about, I just put it up on the stream.
Yeah, okay.
And the Archon one, the white and black one,
The white
black
and
blue.
black one. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
That is a pretty interesting gun.
I think it's kind of similar to the one that's already on the Constellation though. Very slightly similar. They've sort of copied the design a bit. I think.
They pretty much played it safe on that one, to be honest. Like it doesn't stand out that much. It looks good, but yeah.
It looks good, definitely. But I don't really know, to be honest, about this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Like they had a gun previously, like a blue one that like looked like really like a normal gun. Like it didn't do anything. Like it didn't pop out in your eyes. Like it didn't look special. It just looked really regular. This one does a little bit the same. It doesn't like look like a really special gun. Like I don't know. It looks good anyway. It still looks good. I think all the guns in this one look pretty good actually. Like I haven't seen one in years. Like well, this is a really ugly one so far, but still.
Oh, if I were to be honest, no wait, I can't remember which one it was. There was really, I think there was really ugly. What
Big one.
Are there other guns currently worth talking about?
No. Well, we have to that level like 14 seconds. There's a gun. That's a big fat thing. I actually.
Yeah.
That
The-
looks,
That reminds me of Doom.
Yeah, it actually does.
The big gun from Doom. To be honest.
The BFG.
I don't
Doom?
know. I haven't played Doom in a
Oh.
long time.
Okay, and if you go to 60 seconds, there's another gun. That one is actually like the meh of them all, to be honest. Like that looks like if you play Planet Side 2, like you have a certain gun in there. Like I think it's called the Shredder. It actually looks the same like that one. Like this could be like on the bottom of a ship, and people like just shooting it down. Like the Shredder was like a machine gun.
I kind of like the one that's at 13 seconds. It's black and green. On a stealthy type of ship, it actually look really sleek.
Yeah. With the blue lighting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I could see that glowing. That'd be pretty nice.
I don't think they'll like it though.
I don't think they'll like it too, because the back end looks too much like the front end, in my opinion. Maybe if they could change the back end a little bit, yes, it would look better, in my opinion. And I really like the barrels and the lighting effects in the barrel. And they could also maybe change the background a little bit on it, so it will appear more. Maybe change the background a little bit, so it will be visually more seeable.
Well, it's about the presentation, isn't it? They're always commenting on the presentation and how it
Yeah.
looks in the actual engine. And
Yeah.
that's just a grey background. But it's a decent gun. I don't know. I think a team of people who have just got one job to do to design a gun probably come up with something better if they're going for a competition. But it's not. It's all right. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's basic though. I mean, it's good. Like you say, for a stealth gun, that would look really cool.
Mhm.
In terms of winning the competition,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, if they like the 16 are selected, are they gonna make ships? Like, are they all gonna make ships, or are they gonna like keep working on their gun concepts? Because I'm not sure how the competition goes after this.
yeah,
I think I think it was a freighter ship that they were going to make. So
No,
they will
mercenary
pick
gunship.
16 teams, and those 16 teams would have to go further in the competition to either create something new. I don't know if they go directly to a new spaceship. I think they might, but I'm not sure.
We'll see. By the way, it's a mercenary gunship. What they're gonna make, not a freighter.
Not afraid. Okay, my bad.
Oh well. Well, think that about covers it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that as well. Does anyone have anything to add?
Yeah. The way that the servers are gonna, not servers, the instances are gonna happen. They covered that a little bit, and I think that's really interesting. They really didn't cover it much. They just went into like a little bit of detail. How that the ships are going to take up so much, and each individual player will also take up a lot less. So I know that a lot of us were concerned that the like having a fully manned Bengal, for example, is not going to work with the instancing, but apparently it looks like it will. So we're going to have like fully manned Bengals, and they're still going to have other fighters out in space because it doesn't take up that much bandwidth in terms of the actual gameplay during. So it's gonna be awesome. Just so, what do you guys think? Are you glad about that?
I think the way that they pronounced it and announced it sounded like it was going to be all right. For the way that that it's not going to be each player counts as one, but
Slot.
But if someone is flying an Idris, taking their example, that a fully manned Idris would count more than a fully manned Super Hornet. So that it will kind of balance things out. They will try to balance things out in the future. Of course, they haven't done it yet because that's what the dogfighting module for is for balancing and testing.
Stress testing, yeah. And yeah, that's all what it comes down to at the end of the day. With the dogfighting module, it's mainly just stress testing the servers.
Stress testing and the stress testing and the balancing testing in game.
Yeah. No, it's definitely interesting. Like, I'm glad they're it's gonna be like if you take a Bengal, it's gonna take up the whole fucking instance because you have 50 people in it. So it will take all the instance slots. Because I was wondering how it's gonna work. I was kind of afraid of it a bit. You'll be in a situation where you only be able to take an Idris and take his Hornets, and then you fill out your instance because you have the number of people that you're allowed to have in an instance.
I mean, I think it was kind of obvious that wouldn't be the case. Otherwise, it'd be a pretty shit game. But we were worried. But basically, it's just it's a good thing that the.
Well, just imagine you have a Bengal carrier, and then suddenly your captain gets instance in another instance, and suddenly your ship doesn't fly anymore. And suddenly, you go back in your own instance, and suddenly the ship pops somewhere else, and then you're just stranded in space. Shit, we don't have any spacesuits.
Well, Lance Corporal David has to run up to the deck and fly the Idris for you.
I know they said a lot about how the friend system was gonna play into the instance too. So if you're friends with all the people in your guild or clan or whatever, you won't just pop in and out of instances.
You'll go with them, sort of thing. Yeah, and enemy wise as well. If you are at war with another organisation, you'll bump into them more often, I think, as well. Or if your mission involves a certain player, you're tasked, somebody's got a bounty on their head and you're tracking them, you'll always be in their instance, stuff like that. It just depends on the context. It's context-sensitive instancing, and it will just move you into the right server as and when the things are necessary. But I think that will be a bit strange when it starts. I think it will have to be worked on after release, but it's a good idea.
Also, I think that they did say about 100 people per instance, but I just read the Jump Point magazine about the Bengal carrier, and that supports 775 people. So
is it 100 people or 100 slots? Because that's what I was saying earlier, that the people don't take up the same amount of slots as a Hornet does, and then because obviously if you're flying in the Hornet, you don't see the crew inside unless they're shooting at you. So you're only going to have to actually account for the players that you actually have an effect on or have an effect on you. So you could have people inside, and it wouldn't be there's people don't have damage collision physics and stuff like that in terms of having to be processed, so they don't take up as much information as just as a actual ship does. So it will be more people on a ship than ships, sort of thing. So you'll have a lot of people on a Bengal basically, and it wouldn't actually stress the server that much, is what I think they were trying to say.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and that's also where the balancing comes in, because as well, a Bengal is going to carry much more power than a Hornet does. So a Bengal can maybe take up 1 or 2 slots, 10 slots maybe, and a Hornet is going to take up much less, because a Hornet isn't going to kick that much of a punch compared to a Bengal carrier.
It will be interesting to see how they do it. I'm sure it's going to be. They wouldn't release it unless they could do something really cool with it.
I'm no again like programming expert or something, but maybe they're gonna do like a Bengal. The inside will be like an instance on its own, and like that instance will translate everything what's happening in that instance to the Bengal in the other instance.
Maybe.
So, and maybe only the person who's flying the ship will be like in the flying instance. Maybe that's how they're gonna do it. But I'm wondering if they're gonna do that with all the capital ships, or even maybe like something like a constellation, because that would be weird, to be honest. And they also need to translate, of course, the turrets, because that's something that needs to happen in real life, of course, because that can be laggy. Because that will screw you up, pretty much.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, if you think about games like PlanetSide 2, it works pretty well in that. I mean, and I know it's not as intricate of a game. There's no sort of damage physics to be rendered and stuff, but still, it can be done.
Indeed.
Apparently we are faggots.
Yeah, I kind of want to clean my chat rooms clean, so that guy is not allowed to comment anymore.
Oh. Certain right.
Yeah, that's the power of the admin.
You have all the power.
I have all the power. I can give you guys access as well, but that will be after the live stream, because let's not do it now. We are currently talking about Star Citizen, so let's keep on the subject.
And faggots.
And faggots.
To be honest, I actually want to say, like, the quality of the stream is actually pretty good, to be honest.
The quality on the stream, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only issue I really have is my picture, because my picture is lower or smaller than yours, so I look kind of shit.
Oh well.
But well, there we go. So now we have talked about the dogfighting module and the instancing and the next great starship weapons. Shall we maybe do a showcase of some of the ships? Or do you guys have anything to talk about?
I don't know. I think we can actually just leave it by here. I think we're kind of done, to be honest. Like, showing the ships, like, when, like, maybe they're when they're updated, sounds more interesting, like, when the variants come out. We could do it now, but, like, they can also just YouTube video, so...
Shall we do this again next week, because this discussion has been pretty successful, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna do it next week again.
So, let's do it next week, and they haven't put out an update yet. But they did say that this week they will put out an update for the hangar module. So, up next week, the hangar module will be definitely be discussed. What they have patched and what they haven't patched, and what we would like to see different.
Yep. Excellent.
So, I guess this was it.
Yep.
Yep. See you faggots later.
Yeah. See ya,
Right.
faggots. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.